with the Seahawks defeating the Jacksonville Jags 20-12. One thing became clear on the field: JSN is the best wide receiver in the NFL. JSN, aka Jackson Smith Njigba. By the way, some of you guys like saying Njigba a little too much, but it's his name, so we'll let you slide. He is unbelievable as a wide receiver. He was open the whole game. The dude is just wide open against the Jags. He just was cooking them. As soon as Sam Darnold launches back the deep throw, well, unfortunately, I already saw the highlight, but who do you think it's going to? JSN just down the field. Whenever he launches a pass over 30 yards, you know it's going to. But it's great because Darnold has that connection with everyone else. But JSN just runs every route. Underneath routes, deep routes for touchdowns. He's got the speed to beat you deep. He's outside and he's in the slot. And he's just always open. And he just catches every pass. He's ridiculous. Right now, 5th in the NFL in catches. He is number 1 in the league in yards with 696, 7 games in. That's about 100 a game. That's crazy. And by the way, this game, 162 yards, 1 touchdown, 8 catches. Incredible game from JSN. He was just all over the place. And now that he's a quarterback, Geno was getting him the ball, right? I had heard of him in fantasy and stuff. I hadn't watched all the games, so I hadn't personally seen, but I'd heard of him in fantasy, knew his name, knew he got the ball. But Sam Darnold, obviously just having a really competent quarterback, I'm sorry, Geno, a really competent quarterback, is clearly opening up another side in his game, and he just dominates on a week-in, week-out basis. The only time that he hasn't dominated this season was the Arizona Cardinals game, where they were just doubling him the whole time. You saw a rare mistake by him. He had like a block in the back that took back a touchdown, and that kind of got them to kick a field goal because he wasn't really getting targeted. But then toward the end of the game, Sam's like, you know what, I'm throwing you the ball. We need a field goal, I'm throwing you the ball. And he just started making miraculous catches and great plays even in that game. But 162 is bonkers. Especially when the team themselves called themselves Strapsonville, and you just beat the guy they just traded for 60 yards. Now, that being said, Greg Newsome, trash. You know, we try to tell you that. He's not very good. I'm not in trash, but he gets cooked. He got cooked by Jettas. Obviously, JSN's going to cook him, but JSN cooked him worse. So right now, definitely best receiver in the league at this moment. The Seahawks defense is crazy, guys. It is ridiculous. We saw the Jags, who they were playing, be able to run, really operate, score 31 points. It looked funky. It looked weird, but they did score 31 points on the Chiefs while the Chiefs were scoring. Even against the Texans, who right now have the number 1 defense in the league, they had 17 points a game, or 17 points in that game to win it. But Seattle just had the lid on the Jags all day. And the reason is they have one of the best pass rushes right now in the NFL. They came into the game 3rd in the league in sacks. Might have moved up a tick with this one. They had 7 in this game. Trevor Lawrence had no chance. The entire day, had no opportunities. And I'm not the biggest Trevor Lawrence fan, but they didn't give him a chance. He had no chance all day because this D-line was dominating. DeMarcus Lawrence, the old Cowboy, now Seahawk, he had 2 sacks. Byron Murphy, I think that's his name. We like double checking that stuff before I just say things. But Murphy had 2 sacks as well. That team just all day was screaming, and there was nothing they could do. And then to add on the fact that you do this, where at least last week they were missing some secondary players, so they did get a little lit up by Baker Mayfield, the MVP. But other than that, it is Byron Murphy the second, 2 sacks, D-tackle. Yeah, he was the guy working the left guard for the Jags all game long, and it was incredible. It was crazy what Byron Murphy was out there doing to those guys. And you let up only 12 points to a team that it can look funky. We know they can score, but just no opportunity for that with the Seahawks out there. And Sam Darnold was chilling, man. Sam Darnold went out there. He said, here you go, JSN. You just got to look and watch that defense cook. And he was like, all right, cool. I'm chilling. And then right when they didn't expect it, 20-12 after the bombs, and they're still up 20-12, but they're like, all right, we want to kind of end this game. You get to that point where like, all right, let's just end the game, offense. And he did it. Play action fake. Beautiful pass to A.J. Barner, who, again, told you guys last week, A.J. Barner, man. A.J. Barner is a guy, especially when you have these weapons like JSN, Darnold is cooking, and Cooper Kupp. Like, and you like running the ball. He just got to be a little faster, and he cooked them. I mean, it was a corner route, one-on-one. The safety obviously is over in JSN land. It's like, all right, this dude has 160. I can't let him get to 200, right? So we're staring at him. Cooper Kupp had a touchdown already, which Sam Darnold got him involved on one drive, 12-yard pass, and then a 30-yard touchdown. Was crazy, like back-to-back plays. Like, Darnold was cooking. But then he was just chilling for most of the game. No turnovers until this moment. You get A.J. Barner on a safety, one-on-one, going that way and going that way. And he just cooked them on that route. And it ended up being a huge play. Big first down, 50 yards. Basically salted the game away. They were going to kick a field goal, and then Jacksonville committed like their 20th penalty. And that ended up being, it was actually their 10th penalty. But yeah, Jacksonville was all over. Seattle had 7 too. The refs were just calling it tight. It was a tightly called game. The refs just felt like being dicks on one of the should have been best games. They were like, all right, you two teams, you want to know what playoff football is about? We might pull this shit out on you. And it was just a bunch of penalties. But Darnold was chill with it. 2 touchdowns, 0 turnovers, 0 turnovers. That's what you like to see from your quarterback when you're leading the entire game. And he closed the game out. So impressive game for the Seahawks. They are now 4-2. That's a really good start because thinking about this, I wish I would have released it, guys. This is one of my biggest regrets. I had a thing planned, and I just didn't have the fortitude. I didn't have the resolve. But I was going to release preseason thoughts, and I had the Bengals being bad. I thought the Ravens were going to be great, but they suck. Were the two I can like really remember. And I just remember being like, I think the Seahawks, 49ers, and Rams are going to be good. Because I just like what the Seahawks had, and I really thought that at least Sam Darnold proved he was a regular season quarterback. So right now, them to be 4-2, not shocking to me, but still obviously very, very impressive. And after week 1, I just jumped off. I'm not going to lie. I was like, you know what? I was wrong. Sam Darnold's not that guy. Maybe it's just the Vikings. Nope. Sam Darnold's that guy. Also, next week, Monday Night Football at 10 o'clock. NFL, why are you doing this to us, man? 10 o'clock Eastern time. See, I'm messed up, man. NFL needs to chill, man. Relax. But they play the Texans. That's a great game. I'll be there watching it, of course. I think next week, we're doing it. We're streaming it. We're going to start streaming these Monday night games. Made a decision. CEO, you can make a decision like that. So we're going to be streaming this game. So if you guys are on the YouTube, please, you know what I mean? Come watch 10 o'clock. We will be here. Obviously, we can't show the game. Copyright. I don't want to get taken down. But I'll be there chit-chatting and telling you guys what I see. So I'm excited about the Seahawks team. They're playing the number 1 defense in the league in the Texans, and a team in the Texans that did just score 45. And I believe they were on a bye week this week. So we'll see, man. That's kind of a tough spot. Are they at home? Who's at home? They gotta give Seattle home, right? Yes, Seattle is at home, so it's gonna be an interesting game. So I'm excited to watch Sam Darnold, JSN, the best wideout in the league, and one of the best D lines in the league, go against the Texans. See you there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching, Have a great day. Enjoy.